Some people would think that I'm exaggerating when I say that he has handhelds stacked to the ceiling.
Oh, I believe
but I'm
it.
not.
I believe
I'm
it.
not. I've seen it with my own eyes.
I believe
they
it.
literally go from the floor to touching his ceiling.
I believe that.
And boxes, just every single one.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Stubbs here from the Retro Handhelds Podcast, your source for the latest in retro handheld and emulation news. We are back today with another offline episode so we can highlight our guest, 2LoudTech, who is back on the show with us today.
Heck yeah.
Welcome back, man. How you doing?
Hello.
Welcome back. Yes.
I love you guys' music. It's amazing. Yeah.
Well, you know what? You can thank Mr. Jim Gray for that. He also does Russ's music, too. He's an awesome composer in the scene, awesome songwriter. Highly recommend just ourghosts.bandcamp.com is where you can find all of Jim's tracks. Funny enough,
sweet.
I'm actually seeing Jim next month because we're going to go see the Beach Boys together in Massachusetts.
Oh, that's
almost came to Arizona. Almost came to Arizona too.
I know, right? So close, but they sold out of the seats that we could get. Too Loud. Are you close to Massachusetts? Where are you at?
I'm in Missouri, in the middle of nowhere.
Is that in the middle of nowhere? I've been there once, I feel like.
I mean, some people like to call it the butt crack of America.
Is it very swampy? Is it swampy?
It's humid. It's not
humid.
Florida by any means.
That's good.
Which is what I'm used to. So Missouri's new to me. I've been here maybe 6 months.
Oh, wow.
It's not bad. I live in a nice town. It's very quiet, and people are nice. So that's all that matters to me. Good schools for my kids.
And I like having nice neighbors, and when people are nice, that is really makes it worth it. Now, last we had you on the show, dude, it was about 9 months ago, September 2024. And we kind of got a little chance to talk about you, but it was a very short segment at the end of one of our live episodes. And so I really wanted to have you back on for one of these full length discussions so we can really dive into a little bit like what got you started in the scene. Because I think you just went over, what does a new YouTuber do to get 1,000 subscribers?
Yeah.
That was the major question we covered. And you also talked about how you were going to be filming your Odin review on your ATV, which I'm like, I got to hear how that goes. I want to check in about that.
It didn't go good.
Oh, no.
It didn't go well. Bad story for the Odin. But
Did it get hurt?
Let's just say it's not here anymore. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You were so excited. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Wow. Did you
but I do plan on still including some outdoor stuff in the channel and taking handhelds out on adventures. I saw
your new intro too. I like your new intro that you got going.
Oh, thank you.
Rob's face is in your intro.
Yeah. So, well, it wasn't planned, but we'll say it was. I kind of just took a whole bunch of clips and thought, like, how can I introduce people to what they're about to see? And so I just brought a bunch of stuff together of where they'll see me and what I do and put it in there. And had Tech Dweeb drawing my name out of a hat.
I love that part. Yeah, I love that part.
Yeah, it was super cool.
That was a lot of fun. And you know what? Also, for those of you, though, who don't know 2Loud, I just wanted to pull up your information real quick. So you can find him over at YouTube, of course, at 2LoudTech. Let's take a look at this dude right here. There it is. So if you're curious, give the man a follow. I know you were crossing a little over a 1K last time, and now you're well over 2K. It's only 9 months, so keep on this.
Well, and that's been
trajectory
with
and you're rocking.
a 9-month hiatus.
Yeah, I was going to say you had a little bit of a time off.
hiatus?
Yeah, you were off.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Passive memberships. That's great.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
I went through a little hard time. I don't want to, go too crazy into it, but
No,
we had a baby.
share. Congrats.
We had a baby.
Yeah, congrats.
And
And I was going to say that would definitely do it. That will do it.
yeah, I mean that alone would do it, right?
Oh, yeah.
But upon having the baby, we came home, and of course, we put his bassinet in our room. And my wife started telling me about an odor. Like she was like, "I keep smelling something," and it was bothering her.
Oh.
And so we started looking around, and it was a 3-story home. And so I went to the floor directly beneath our floor. I don't know what I was doing down there. I don't remember. And I happened to look up, and I seen mold.
Oh,
And it was mold growing. Yeah.
I'm very relieved to hear about the mold. This story could have gone a lot of different directions just now.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah, no.
it was just mold.
Yeah. No, it's just mold. Yeah, of course, yeah, right. She smelled a smell, right? Like, what's going on here? You could have went in a lot of ways.
I think Stubbs is having flashbacks to his fish smell, but
Unfortunately,
I think the mold is worse, though. I think the mold is worse, though, especially for your newborn,
Yeah, that was like, okay, hold on. We had no intentions on moving at the time either, so it was unplanned. I ended up just, packing everything up. I left there within about 2 weeks or less.
Yeah.
And it was a lot. I have a big family. I have 5 children. And
wow, 5?
Yeah.
How do you make,
How do you survive?
I have a number of questions for you. Number one, how dare you? Because how do you keep up with content creation with 5 kids? I have 3 kids, and I barely can hold on. So that's impressive.
It's tough. Yeah.
It is very tough.
It's hard to find time. It really is. It's hard to find time. But this is stuff that I love, right? And for you guys too, I know it's a passion, right? So
Yeah.
it's like when you love something, you're gonna find time for it. And for me, I also not only do I love the handhelds and retro emulation and tech, but I love the community. Right. Yeah. I love to like be a part in that community, socialize with people, learn things from others. I'm not a teacher, right? Like I share things that I learn. So all the time, like I'll learn something from somebody in my comments or somebody in the RH
That's
Discord.
the best
I hang out
when that
a lot.
happens.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those people who like, if you correct me, I'm going to be upset about it. Like, no, I'm welcoming to that stuff because I want to grow. I want to learn.
Right.
So I hang out a ton, as you guys know, in the RH Handheld Discord. And I have a great time in there, man. I love just hanging out with those guys in there and talking. And
yeah, you're in the Owl voice chat. For those of you who don't know, Owl is our membership, our Discord or Patreon membership. Lets you into a private voice chat area and marketplace and good stuff. But 2Loud, you basically lead that voice chat 24 hours a day. I think I've never have not seen you in there. I'm pretty sure.
It's true. It's pretty much like a daily thing.
And I know if I need like a buddy to talk to or vent to or just go hang out with, you're always there. And I'm
always
cool.
available. Yeah, I try to make myself available.
So
you know how many times I have people come in there like, "Hey, are you a mod?" Like, no.
Oh, really?
I thought you were. You're always here. Like,
might as well be. You might as well be at this point.
Yeah.
You know, our owls are self-governed mods. Many of them have the mod role. They just don't know it. So
I think that's what it is too. Because I just learned that from you. Maybe a few weeks ago. I was like, "What? Yep. Really? I could mute Jedi?"
You could, yeah, you could. We like to have a. Well, we're all adults, you know. If you're part of the Owl program, if you're part of the family, you know what. And if you're paying money to be in the Discord, you should. I assume that people don't want to make messes. They don't want to bed that they live in, or whatever that phrasing saying is. And I've never ever had an issue in like 5 years. We have never really. Well, there was one dude who was selling his dog in there. That wasn't great. That was dealt with.
Something.
Yeah. But anyways,
wait. I think I remember this. Was it even his dog, or was it a dog he found?
He bought a dog off Craigslist. And then he bought
Oh, he was trying to
for
flip
like
it?
$20, and he was flipping it for profit in our private marketplace. It was
That's crazy.
wild. He's like, dude, I got this dog. It's $20. And he went and made a listing, and it's like, best looking dog, $50.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy, man.
I mean,
that's wild.
And once again, the owl was self-governed, and they ran him out of the place, which is fair because it was ridiculous. And like, why would you? And now we have these like concerned people for the dog's welfare. And so they're checking in like, bro, do you still got that dog? Is the dog okay? Like, please send a picture. So like he would send a picture. And I guess he might have kept the dog, or maybe he didn't. But this is one of the many wild things that you will see being part of the Owls Club. And
it's a good community, though.
It's
a
great community. And just having you in there is a lot of fun. I've gotten to know you quite a bit. We've had some just wild talks that last until like well after midnight,
Ridiculous stuff sometimes, man.
Right? And again, so people who might not know you, let's just take another look. Let's just take a look over here. So the 2Loud channel at 2LoudTech. Now, generally, you started out making like guides, which some of your really popular videos I'm seeing are your guide videos, R36S how-tos and 35XX Plus and H, all these tutorials. And now you're pivoting a bit into, I see more reviews, more, as well as a podcast you launched yesterday. I saw
yesterday. Yeah. So it doesn't have a thumbnail. We were still working on a logo. Actually, the guys are back cooking it right now.
Nice.
So we're calling it SaveState, the SaveState podcast.
I like that.
And so we're getting a logo going, and we're also, so yesterday was more of a test. We actually did it in your Discord. And yeah, dude. And so we kind of had a couple people like just pop up in the middle of our podcast. And
really?
Yeah.
That's funny because we started out this podcast originally in the Discord also.
Right. I was going to say.
We recorded in that room many times, and we learned that you'll get random people for the most part, but they will pop in. And so we learned, all right, let's try a new solution. Now we're on StreamYard, and it's been really good, but it's free to do it in Discord. So you can go in there and just close off the room. You have the permissions to do that. Just go ahead and say, we're
actually going to, it's 4 of us. So we're going to just split the cost on StreamYard.
Cool.
And we're going to go ahead and get StreamYard.
It really is worth it. Yeah.
So as far as your like entourage here, your panel for episode 1, it's called the SaveState podcast, everybody, at 2LoudTech on YouTube. Check this out. Azil from our team, I see is on here.
I see him.
Buddy.
I was going to say, buddy.
He's awesome, dude. He helped build our website. He was a big integral part of the website development for retrohandhelds.gg. You have Hobby Play Retro. You got Digital Jedi, I see. And Michael Benny, I hear, is going to be on.
Our main group for the hosts are Jedi, myself, Michael Benny, Retro Lunch, and Azil. Azil actually started a new YouTube. We convinced him to do it. He has more than enough handhelds to do it. Yeah,
Where's
we did.
He at? What's it called?
He's Handheld Hoarders.
What?
Yeah, I love it.
That is very
it's
fitting.
Very fitting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we came up with that name for him together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes.
Or a Handheld Hoarder. I'm sorry, without the S.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, this is him.
Subscribe.
This is him.
We're his
Yep.
subscriber.
He just started it, made it like 2 days ago. He was like, well, if I'm going to be part of the podcast, I got to have a handle, right? I was like, yeah.
Have it.
So we got Azil to get
Absolutely
a YouTube going.
Perfect for him.
Yep.
So everybody,
Which is super cool.
Let's get him his first 1,000 subscribers, everybody. If you're watching
That would be
this,
so cool.
go don't
It'd
only
be stoked.
subscribe. Don't only subscribe to 2Loud, but subscribe to at Handheld Hoarder. Azil does have the biggest collection out of all of us.
Insane
Really
stuff.
does. And he's helped me out so many times, track down some really random stuff. Like, some really obscure handhelds. So
he never sells anything. He only hoards.
No.
I respect the game. He has this like whole complicated
the wheel
routine. The wheel.
Yeah, I love
does
the
game
wheel.
of the month. He does the wheel to randomize what handheld he's going to play what game on. So he has one handheld per game versus some who do have one handheld per system or one handheld per genre.
He's got a handheld per minute.
Game.
Yeah, literally does.
That pie has enough slices to solve world hunger.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. You know, some people would think that I'm exaggerating when I say that he has handhelds stacked to the ceiling.
Oh, I believe
but I'm
it.
not.
I believe
I'm
it.
not. I've seen it with my own eyes.
I believe
they
it.
literally go from the floor to touching his ceiling.
I believe that.
In boxes, just every single one.
So I always wonder, you know, when is too much? You know, like is there a crossover to when we turn into real hoarders to when we actually need intervention from like the A&E channel to come in with cameras and all in a dump truck? And like,
well, if that's the case, we're gonna have to call A&E on Azil. So
do like a welfare check, and you know his dishes. He doesn't have dishes. He just has handhelds piled in the sink.
Extreme Hoarders Retro Handheld Edition.
His baby, he has a baby. I hope he doesn't mind me saying he has a little baby, same age as my little baby. They'll both be 1 year. They're actually, funny enough, born within 12 hours of each other.
Really?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So his baby's toys are handhelds. Yeah.
Of course.
Like they're literal handhelds. And he's like, well, if he breaks it, I'll buy another one. Like
You got to start.
We got the Fisher Price one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that baby touches handhelds we would be privileged to touch.
He's got the 1X ones, all the special edition ones. Oh,
He does all the Evangelions. I have one in my possession now that he lent me to do some footage with. He's really, man, he's an awesome guy. He's super awesome.
He is.
I love Azil, and he's very animated. I'll say that. He's very animated.
Well, he has one of the biggest hearts in the scene.
Very
That's
cool guy.
just a cool guy. Always enjoy talking to him, and yeah, he's I'm glad he's in there and he's doing something with you guys. I always wanted to bring him on this podcast more, but yeah, this seems like a way better fit, and so happy to promote you guys, and just glad that you're doing it.
Thank you, man.
And it's cool that it was born out of RH. That's so cool to hear.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely born out of RH. We'll probably put a little RH in the logo of our thumbnail.
No. You guys do
we
your
came
own
from
thing.
here, man.
I know. Well, you know,
Yeah.
if you want to invite some people to the Discord, that's always fun. But beyond that, no.
And actually, we would love to have you guys on at some point. You know, just come and just
We're here.
chat.
Hello.
Yeah,
Right here.
we would love it.
Let's talk about some stuff. Speaking of talking about stuff, so that's how your YouTube channel is going. But I never got the origin story of what got you into even creating your own YouTube channel. Like, what got you into this hobby?
Okay. So funny enough, we talked about this last night in our podcast.
Nice. Okay.
But nobody got to hear it because I was having audio issues for 40 minutes. So
Now's your chance. That's right.
here's my chance. Yes. So man, I've been into it forever, to be honest. And I know a lot of people say that, but I mean, since I was a kid. So, I mean, I've always been into gaming. I grew up really poor, with a single father, and my dad bought our first desktop. I remember being like 9 or 10, and I'm born in the 80s, and so this is like mid 90s or something. We got our first desktop, and he worked 12 hours a day. So some hours while he was gone, I was already home, and I had a little too much time on my hands one day. I disassembled the whole tower, every piece of it.
Heck yeah.
By the time he came home, it was all spread across his waterbed. You guys remember those waterbeds? Yeah.
Nice.
My buddy had one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So he gave me 5 minutes to reassemble it. Little did he know, I had already been spending 4 hours trying to reassemble it. And that reassembly came with an ultimatum. I don't have to say much, but so I got it back together in 5 minutes. Now knowing better and being the PC builder that I am, I know it was lacking some thermal paste.
Yeah.
But I got it back together.
That's
I got
awesome.
it back together.
I remember. Not sorry to interrupt you. I just remember.
Good.
not putting thermal paste on a PC chip, an AMD Athlon back in the day, and also not putting the the fan on. What do you call it? The
cooler.
The cooler, yeah, on the CPU. Yeah. I'm like, oh, you probably don't need this. We're good.
You probably don't need it.
I was like 15, my first build, and I just let it run. And then the silicon got so hot that it cracked in half. And I brought it back to Fry's Electronics, the store. They're not in business anymore, but they're like, we have never seen silicon break in half ever. What did you do? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, well, here's your refund. I'm like, thank you.
I don't know means I really don't want to say too much.
I'm not sure if I should incriminate myself. No, I was just a dumb kid. I probably, told him, hey, you're supposed to put a CPU, fan on.
Cooler on there, yeah.
And they took pity on me. And but anyways, back to your story. Sorry.
Yeah, no, all good. So then I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. And my grandfather, he had a library in their house. They were pretty wealthy. And so he had a full library in his house with the moving ladder and all of that, with the books up high. Yeah. But he had a computer in there, and I installed Doom 95.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Man, it was over from there, bro. Like, everything went downhill. So NES down to SNES, Game Boy, all the Game Boys, everything. Soon as I got older and I realized, so I was always really into smartphones. When I came home from the army, I decided to open a phone store. And,
nice, cool.
So I've been on the wave of Android since its inception.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. And because of that, I've been emulating on Android ever since. So I really, when all the guys really love Linux, that's how I feel for Android. I love Android. Yes, I do. And it hurts me to be using this Mac right now. But here we are.
hey, Apple is cooking on those M chips.
They are.
It is. They really
I think I just enjoyed anything related to tech. It doesn't matter what operating system it is to me. If I can just mess around with it, that's all I care about.
And there's
Linux, Android don't matter. Yeah.
And there's a native Steam build now for Mac.
Yep.
So.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty recent. Yeah.
It's as of I think today or yesterday, something like that. Or it's coming shortly. It won't
be going on my Mac, but
launches with their new chip. And this is
cool.
I shouldn't say timely things because this will be released sometime soon. But today is June 13th, 2025. And also, I forgot to introduce Rob the Retro Tech Dad is our co. You've probably never heard of him, but right there.
Not the Tech Daddy.
Tech Dad. Can't call him
Tech Dad. 22 minutes in. That's good.
22 minutes in. Got to introduce the co-host. So you had a lifelong love for this hobby, this niche, getting into Android, opening your own store. What led you then down the path to be like, all right, I'm going to be a YouTuber?
So it's actually something I've wanted to do for over 10 years, man.
Sounds just so much like me. Yeah. Sounds so
I
similar.
wanted to do it for over 10 years. Back when I originally wanted to start it, I was actually having my first daughter, which is my second child. Okay. And I was like, dude, I don't want to take away a lot of time from my kids.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just kind of put it on the back burner. And I kind of always do that when it comes to my kids. I'll put stuff, too. I'll push it away. I come later. I come last.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And,
it's your job as a parent, really.
Yeah, I feel the same way as you, honestly.
Yeah.
Same thing. Putting it on the back burner, kids come first kind of thing for me.
Yeah, man. And it's tough, right? It's tough because it's especially as you get older, you start to think dang, I wasted a lot of time, right? Not saying that my kids are a waste of time, but as far as accomplishments and goals and things that you want to pursue, it's okay. And I finally got to enough was enough. I was like, all right, I'm doing this. And if I make the time, I'll do it when I have the time. And when I don't, I don't.
Hey, man, that's what it is around here, too. It's we do what we
can.
Tech
Mommy tells me that all the time. She says, make it when you can.
When you can. When the hour, if you get an hour free here or there, I'm in there testing the device, and then I do a lot of live streams because it's just no editing. It's just one and done. Here we are.
It's much faster. Yeah.
It is faster. It is faster. Editing is it's a drag for me.
I'm the worst.
I don't love editing. I admire Tech Dweeb because he says that editing is his favorite part of content creation. And I really admire that, because I'll tell you what, if I was ever to be in a position of, hiring somebody else, it would be the first thing that I give to somebody else.
Offload,
Oh, yes. Yeah. Producer Sony does my videos. I don't record many these days, but when I do, it's amazing that he's there. He does bands videos and sometimes zoos too. So just having an in-house editor, I highly recommend it, because I don't find any joy in editing ever.
No. And it's so time consuming, especially when you're not like super savvy in the editor. Like I watch some editors and like they're like clicking here and there and man, they'll put together a work of art in 2 hours, you know, but I could be there for 8 hours.
Well, I think Russ really enjoys it too. Like he enjoys that process, and you find ways to streamline it over time. So it does get easier. But it's a very creative, it's a very, very creative and rigorous process.
It is. Especially like for me, where I spend a lot of time is with audio. Like I try to make sure like that you're not hearing extra stuff in the background or things like that. Or that the sound is level.
Difficult. Yes.
It is. Yeah. It is. And I'm there chopping and just fixing stuff up. I would love to get to a point. So I only use beats in my videos to kind of like blur out anything that I might have missed, like any breathing or like background sound. But if I could get to a point to where I don't have to use beats anymore, I would love for it to just be vocal audio,
just voice.
Here's
the key I learned about editing for voice, because I come from a music background myself, so that's where I learned editing. I do enjoy actually editing voiceovers and like singing and stuff, but for breath stuff and like I guess right now I'm saying but any of these sort of things, you're gonna see, especially like the worst thing is you get these really harsh sibilants, with S sound, sounds, S, that's really harsh for people to hear. So you look for the waveform, don't even listen to it, but just look at the waveform and you see like little football shapes that point out in the waveform. The little football shape is always a sibilant S. It always shows up as a football. And I know I can just, cut that out. And
I'm going to look for that.
And you can automate that too.
You can automate that as well.
It'll pick it up automatically throughout the whole clip.
There's a lot of AI automation you can do. There's also.
And what are you guys using? DaVinci?
DaVinci is what I use. Yeah, I think Rob, do you do DaVinci?
No, I just use Audacity. Audacity. Yeah. Just
for the really
free stuff, nothing fancy.
I know. I've seen. I think Tech Dweeb uses Audacity too.
Yeah,
because I've seen it in the background of some of his clips before.
Yeah, I use it here and there at least for editing the podcast. If I ever need to edit, if Sony's on vacation, I'll still use Audacity. And for that, what I'll do is just tell it to auto detect any silence and just have it cut the silence out.
Yeah,
and there's no dead air. It just snap. Now sometimes
there's so many cool tools. Like I would wholly recommend like just watching a few YouTube videos on Audacity and just some of the more common tools that you would use, taking out like you were saying, like silence. So like, if you have like, you take breaks in between when you're recording, you can just truncate that all out. Like different spike levels, things like that. So that your audio is much more level. I mean, there's so many different tricks and things that I've learned over the years just with Audacity.
So come with me, Rob, the retro tech dad, as we look into Audacity.
So that's why my voice sounds so different when we're doing like a podcast versus when I do my actual recordings. It's just very different. Yeah.
I was like, it's a completely different person. I've never talked to that person.
I've never talked to that person. That's crazy.
That's crazy. So it's so different.
I love, Rob, I want to say while I'm here, like, man, I really love like your B-roll, like the shots that you get, your beauty shots and things like that. Yeah, man, so good, bro. You do really good with that, and I watch it to learn all the time, dude. Like really good.
I don't know. I'm not doing anything special, I just want to give the device the spotlight, the highlight, Not so much my face.
I watch for the game. I watch for the game recommends personally, and the sexy B-roll. Rob's game recommends coming clutch.
And too, what's been really helpful for me with Rob, your win later stuff, super helpful.
Yeah, I'm see, like that's the thing. Like I'm very much like you. I just want to be able to help people out and make it easier to consume and not be so afraid to try things out and see what's out there. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do. So
yeah, super cool, man.
Well, getting back to you, 2Loud. So then, what was the next step for you in your journey?
Well, we were talking about when I decided to start a YouTube, and
you come last.
I put it off for a long time.
Yep.
And so I want to say, I think it was when I got the Legion Go. At launch, I decided, like, after playing with it for like a month, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the YouTube thing.
I thought you were around before that. Wow, that's crazy.
No, I started like I want to say my first video was December of 2023, so the very end of 2023.
Yeah.
And
wow, it just feels like you've been here longer, you know.
Yeah, I get that from a couple people actually.
Hey, I saw that your oldest video is only a year old. I want to say it's like a year ago.
Yeah, maybe like a year and a half, maybe.
Year and a half.
Like, yeah,
and then you took
like
9 months off.
Maybe a year. Yeah, I did. I took like 9 months off. I got over 1,000 subs in less than 3 months.
Yeah, which is nuts. That's kind of a rarity for YouTubers. It's tough. It's really tough.
I'm glad that you came back into it. You didn't just say, okay, well, it's been 9 months, right? You know, you just put the video out. It doesn't matter.
To be honest, it was eating at me. It was eating at me.
It eats at me when I've gone like a 3 week or 1 month period. So I totally get that. 9 months, you're probably thinking like, what's the point kind of thing? But it's just do it.
It was like, dude, I've already committed so much. Like I invested a lot into starting the channel. You know, it's a lot of people think like, and you can just grab your phone and start recording handhelds and stuff. But like to really take it serious, like you have to invest. And the investment is not a small one, right? And even with time, like the amount of time that I invested already, I just didn't feel comfortable just throwing that away. And so
that's what I mean. I'm glad you just didn't give up on it. I'm glad that, despite whatever's going on in your life, that you picked it back up and you say, I'm going to continue making videos. This is what I want to do. And you keep doing it,
Yep.
A lot of that too, I have to thank is actually my wife, man. She's super supportive, like
that's
super supportive. Like she's my biggest fan. She really is. Like
sounds like
she watches everything. Yeah. I mean, last night we had a podcast for 2.5 hours and she watched every bit of it. I wouldn't have known the audio was bad if she didn't text me.
She didn't tell you. Yeah. Mrs. Stubbs is the same way. She's she's big supporter, and
she even measures his thumbs for him.
Oh my God, guys! You guys want to hear my story? You guys want to listen to this? Okay, I gotta call this comment out today. This is fun. Where is it at? One second. Okay, so I think
while Stubbs pulls that up, I think one thing that we're learning here is that the women who are off the scenes and supporting us are just as important as who's on camera and on the voice.
Absolutely. And it wouldn't even give me the little bit of time that I have to make videos because she's there with all 5 of them, right? So, it's late here.
Well, thank you to your wife for letting us borrow you, and I just want to.
Awesome.
I want to redact this person's name off the comment really quick.
So while you do that, actually, like what's funny with my wife is she's not techie. Like she's not into tech.
Same
she doesn't like everything she knows about computers. I've taught her. Right, my wife, she's in the education department. Right, like she does special education.
Okay, that's cool.
And and now she's going to school again, pursuing more schooling. And I have to help her all the time with the computer. She's not that great with it. And she'll watch our stuff and she's like, I don't know what half the stuff you're saying is, but the parts that I understand, I'm enjoying. Like
my dad says that too.
Your dad's great. I love the
dad's awesome.
Messages he sends you. Yeah.
My dad watches every episode and he'll send me like a synopsis after the episode, like his takes. And he's like, I really wish there was more Zoo on the show. We really need some more Zoo to kind of break it up. And he's Zoo's biggest fan. And then
that's like funny, dude.
Zoo calls my dad like based father or something like that. It just like,
he's so off the wall. So that's so funny, dude.
You know, like, my dad's very analytical and like a, you know, he's like a doctor and he's like all, you know, well researched analytical academic person. And so it's just funny to hear him. He gives us a synopsis about the devices, those retro doodads, gadgets he calls them, and then he wants more of Zoo.
Yeah, that's great.
I love how worlds collide here, man. It's
the ladies say the same thing.
Yeah, they want more Zoo as well. All right, I'm going to share this. So this is kind of a funny little thing that happened today. So this guy, we had a live stream the other day about the RG slide, which was a lot of fun. Loving the RG slide and not loving it at the same time. It's kind of a weird thing. But anyways, people are always leaving comments about my thumbs on the videos. Like, my right thumb is shorter than my left. And I said in the live stream, like, my right thumb is shorter than the average person's thumb. Now, I thought that we'd get some controversial comments about things we say about the device, right? Like things that are divisive. But there was no hate about that. It was this one guy or person freaking out over my thumb. That how dare you? So here's what it says. What a stupid statement to make about your thumb. How do you know your thumb is shorter than the average person's thumbs? Do you have proof of this? Have you done any academic research on this? You sound ignorant and uneducated when you come out with silly statements like that.
That's great.
And at first I showed my wife and she laughed and I was laughing. I was like, is he joking? Or she's like, I don't know. But I was like, wait a minute, let's do the research. So she helps me measure my thumbs. And then she, you know, helps me figure out, okay, here's the academic research about average thumb sizes. 2.5 inches is the average thumb size for a person and 2.74 for a male. So I said, or in response, I said to the person, hello, yeah, stupid here. The average person's thumb length is 2.5 inches. The average male's thumb length is 2.74 inches, measuring from the tip to where it connects to the hand. My right thumb, which is the one I was referring to, is 2.2 inches. It is shorter than the average person's thumb. I have done the research.
I can't believe you fed into that.
And I spent about 10 minutes of my day on that today.
See, I mean, look at that support from his wife.
So she's
to go and measure his thumbs for science. For science.
He was eating at her. She was like, "Hold on a second." So our wives, I love our, you know, love our wives. We don't share wives, everybody, by the way. We have
wives.
That
would be crazy. That would be insane.
Be a little different.
That's another level right there.
This isn't the 60s, so you know.
No.
But speaking of the 60s, so you're in the, well, you're not 60.
That's
you got to be what, late 30s?
Yeah, 37. I'm 37.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, Rob, so you're 37, Rob's 39, and I'm 40. Am I the oldest in this group? Wow.
Yeah. I was gonna say you're definitely not the oldest because my boy Jedi, he was playing Tetris with T-Rex. So like he's back there.
He makes fun of me for being old. What?
You guys are always ribbing each other. It always catches me off guard. You just go in on each other, and I'm like, is this okay? Do I need to pull this live chat over? You know?
We do. We have such a good time, man.
So we're talking about Digital Jedi, who also has a YouTube channel people should check out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's funny
because community member, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. He's awesome guy. We clicked right away. The minute we met, we clicked. And like we always from the get-go just talk trash to each other, just having a great time. And I mean, it was funny though, because the other day I was just going through some YouTube and I seen this video about it was a neuroscientist, and she's like a neuroscientist and a psychologist, and she was saying how friends who talk crap or roast each other, that they have the strongest friendship, the strongest bond, actually. Yeah. And so I guess we're pretty healthy.
I think so.
I guess,
that makes sense though, because you guys, you know, you're not getting offended over anything. You guys can just rip on each other, not worry about it. No one's judging anybody. So it's just, it makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we do. We go at it. And he's one time, like we have this thing, right? So I'm half Puerto Rican and half Cuban, and Jedi's Puerto Rican. And we got this thing where we go back and forth about beans and what's the best bean. And for me, it's black beans. Like black beans are the king.
Yeah, that's my choice too. Heck yeah.
And Jedi stuck on this pink bean thing. And every time he tries to include somebody else, and they're like, "No, black beans, bro." And like one day he's like, "Hey, 2Loud, talk to my mom here. Hey, mommy, tell him what's the best beans." And like, and his mom's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I like black beans too."
Dude, I remember you're taking me back to the days when Ban on our team used to live in my attic, and I would feed him beans for being our producer. Like, I didn't feed him handhelds or food, but he lived in the attic, and like it was plenty of space up there. Okay, he had his own couch. There was lights. There was air conditioning. Like, it's not like what people think. I didn't lock him in the horrible basement. I did lock him in the attic though, and we had a lot of beans. We just Pinto most of the time.
Was he sharing the space with gnomes?
That is up for debate, actually, because there is that whole portal issue in there. And yes, there's a lot of gnome activity in the house. Yes. But we carved out a hole in the side of the house in the attic, so we had somewhere to, excrete. And it all was a nice, well-worn system. We never installed a shower, so that was always a problem. But one day he did escape. I mean, I let him go, and he now is in his own place. So it all comes back to beans around here. It all comes back to beans. So thank you for your beans.
Thank you for sharing this story.
Yeah, it's a true story. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
It's interesting.
Yeah, a lot of police.
Okay. So moving forward.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So you had kids. You get into YouTube.
Get to do the YouTube and
started it
and got it going and was doing pretty well, and I was pretty happy because I was really shocked with the results and how much people were commenting and getting involved and just all the support, and I wasn't getting much like negative feedback until this one guy told me something about cleaning my nails.
It's always the thumbs.
Yeah. And I was like, I had to clarify that day. Like, hey guys, listen, I'm not just a tech guy. Like, I love tech, but I'm an outdoors guy. I'm a cars guy. Like, I'm into all kind of stuff. If I have a little debris or something under my nail one day, pardon me, but it's gonna happen, right? Like, I do touch grass. I just want people to know that. Like,
listen. Be fearless. Have no shame. Live your best life. Eat, pray, love. I don't know all those sayings that Dr. Phil says.
Live, love, laugh.
Live, love, laugh. Just have dirty nails. Like, just be yourself, and that's the biggest lesson I've learned. People are asking me to cover up my thumbs with gloves sometimes. Like, why would you show those on camera? And I'm like, I am bold and beautiful.
I'm going to 3D print you the most glorious thumbs.
Yeah.
They're going to be the biggest thumbs you could ever see.
That's right.
I'm not gonna lie. When this last live stream, and you were saying something about thumb caps, and Rob said something about giving you thumb caps for your actual thumbs. Like, that was great.
Like a thimble. A thimble will just kind of do something like that.
Well, it's because
I just imagine like thumb extensions, dude.
They're different sizes is the problem. That's where the problem comes in, is that they're not even. And so
we're gonna do it for both thumbs, and we're gonna make them so
regular thumb,
freaking big.
And this one's just
everybody's gonna be jealous. They're gonna be so jealous.
I need half an inch extension on my right thumb. I just need half an inch to get me up to par.
I mean, I don't have the biggest thumb. I mean, I'm pretty short.
Those are pretty good regular thumbs. Let me see your fingernails. What do you got today?
Oh no, we're not doing that today. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Dude, those are. I'm gonna say it. Those are manicured. Those are perfect. What are you talking about? That's one. No, come on.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
I'm getting upset, man. Fingers really get me going.
Oh. Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, I get worked up for other people's fingers. Oh wait, no. I mean, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna drink. Everyone, have a water break.
All right. I ain't gonna lie, I'm drinking energy at
10 p.m., 10:30.
11.
I was gonna say a 2 hour difference.
Yeah.
Pacific over there in the Missouri.
Yeah.
And well,
I've been to the Arch. That thing's pretty cool.
So
it's beautiful. It's
really
beautiful.
cool.
St. Louis?
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful.
I've been to St. Louis once. Played in a spaghetti restaurant. I mean,
Okay, never been there.
spaghetti factory. Is there a spaghetti factory there?
Well, we have one here in Arizona, but
I'm not
I can't say I've been to the one in St. Louis.
I'm not native here.
I think so. I don't know. I played a show there with my old band in front of about 3-4 people. It was
3 or 4 people.
it was thrilling. We set up like lights and everything, like big light show, and like it was the cook was watching. It was great.
That was great. Yeah.
I'm glad that we did that. So maybe I'll be back someday. Almost got.
Did you get some free spaghetti out of it?
Yeah, they totally gave us the full spread. Like we got spaghetti.
Hey,
I got garlic bread. I got the fixins. They gave us drinks. It was really nice. Went outside in the parking lot later, like 2 a.m, and then there was some shenanigans. We did almost get jumped multiple times in that area.
Okay.
But
that went left really quick.
We're mid-20s, we're just punk looking kids. Like, we don't know. We're not.
Yeah, I have to say, like, from the few times that I've been to St. Louis, it's pretty rough. It's a pretty rough area. I see, like, everything's barred up. Yeah, like all the windows to everything has those security bars. And
man, that reminds me of like Brooklyn. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned, but I was too young and stupid to like realize that I was not invincible. I just like,
and if you were drinking alcohol, you probably
and I had a few, and there was a staircase outside the restaurant that was literally falling off the building, and one of our tour. Our merch lady was running up the stairs. She's like, I'm gonna run up these stairs. I was like, don't go up those stairs. And the stair did separate further when she was like jumping up. She's like, this is hilarious. I'm like, you're gonna die.
You're gonna die.
Please come back down. We don't have insurance on this tour. And so we survived and no one sued us. But going back to you, man. So, all right, making videos and now you're current and doing stuff. You're doing the podcast. That's really exciting. Yeah. But now we want to know current day. I know that one of the reasons you were going to come on the show today is that you wanted to talk about these game lists. And before we get into that, I think that we have somebody who wants to kind of introduce the segment. So let's see. Producer Sony, can we bring him out of here? Yeah, the root beer boy. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, hi there. I guess I'm your host. It's just me, Tech Dweeb. And on this episode of Tag Your It, we have a contestant named something, some name. I don't know. This is pre-recorded. I'm not doing all the work here. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Stubbs. This is Rob, the Retro Tech Dad, and this is 2LoudTech. And we're going to share with you our 5 favorite Android games because... foreshadowing, remember earlier? Now we're talking about Android games.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to start things out, guys. I'm going to give you my top 5 Android games. And this is a really exciting topic. I love top lists. I said top lists. I love giving my lists.
Did you say top lisps?
Lists.
I think he said top lists.
I know. Oh, you see, it's these syllables. It's the sibilants. See, it's these sibilants. The footballs. Producer Sony, look for the footballs and edit them out. That'll make me sound correct. Okay, listen. Top 5. So, honorable mention to start things out. Unruly Heroes. This is a game that's on Switch as well. It's on maybe other platforms as well. I think Steam and Android. Awesome Rayman-like gameplay platformer based on the old Chinese mythology, the same mythology that Black Myth Wukong is based on. It's an awesome, awesome game. I have so many games I love on Android. So number 5 officially is Prince of Persia Lost Crown, another game on Switch that came to Android, which is such a good game, such a good platformer.
And I actually have that one on my list. And my list is not really in any specific order, but yes, I channel Stubbs' enjoyment of Prince of Persia: Lost Crown. It's
got me into it,
fantastic. I know. That's what I'm
Put that on my
like.
list too.
I mean, I first played it on the Switch, and then when I found out I had an Android port, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here for this. This is what we need more of an Android. Heck yeah, you know.
We do. And it's made by Ubisoft, so you think like, oh, it's a AAA studio. It's going to be just a bunch of
cash grab,
but it's
in-app purchases.
really,
Yeah,
you can tell there's a lot of passion that went into this game. And I love games like this. They're simple. But they're challenging, and I can get through them, and I can beat them in a reasonable amount of time. These open world games drive me nuts these days. I loved them as a kid, but open world, who has time for that as an adult? I want to know that I can get from start to end, that I can clearly see a progression. So give me that linear gameplay any day of the week these days. But moving on to my fourth is going to be Horizon Chase, which is just
choice.
a forever awesome racing game. I almost did Hot Lap League in its place, but I have a little more history with Horizon Chase, so
I was thinking about it too, because I'm like, Horizon Chase is kind of like one of those. It's just a classic Android game at this point. I mean, It was a great port to the platform. It was a paid experience, and to this day, it's still one of the best that the platform has to offer, and it's a fantastic game. So, I almost included it in my top 5. I told you it was really hard for me to narrow down that list, but it's a good choice. I think you picked a good one there.
Yeah, and Russ is who turned me onto that one. He always features it in his videos, and I'm like, that is a great game to feature.
It is, yes.
For both its vibrant colors, its awesome soundtrack, so it's good to test your speakers on. But it's just addicting gameplay and collecting coins, and you get just all the dopamine.
The content. There's so much content in the game too.
And now there's a sequel that I need to play. I haven't tried it yet.
Yes. Works pretty well with Switch emulation for those that want to stick to Android. It's not too bad. Yeah.
And it very much follows. It's very much the spiritual successor in my mind to Outrun. So I am here for it. Number 3 for me is going to be Evoland, both 1 and 2, just the whole thing. Evoland is this really funny tongue-in-cheek role-playing adventure Zelda-like series where you start out with basically 8-bit Nintendo days. There's no color. It's black and white, maybe I guess 4-bit. And then as you progress through the game, you unlock more and more of the technology in video games. So it kind of tells the history of video games through the game.
Yes, it's very cool.
Yeah. You grab a sword and you have that. Now you've unlocked music. Then you unlock 8-bit color. Then you unlock.
I thought that was such a cool.
It's such a great concept.
Design.
Yes, yes, it's very cool.
And as you progress, the game gets beautiful, more beautiful, and more advanced. And it's just so good. Number 2, though, for me, this is a newer one. I can't remember who turned me on to that. I think it was Satiric who might have turned me on to this one, but Halls of Torment.
Yes, it was him, because we both started playing this.
We did
because of him. Yeah.
So this is a Vampire Survivors like. Now you think I would just say Vampire Survivors or Brotato, but no, like this was the formula, because they took this formula and then combined it with basically a Diablo aesthetic, this kind of gothic thing. And man, it is just perfect, and it's my go-to game for when I'm exercising on my exercise bike, because I just forever attribute this. When I start playing Halls of Torment, my heartbeat starts going up. I'm like, oh, it's time to exercise, because I just beat the game hours and hours of just doing that every day. Like 40 minutes a day, I would just play this game, and then I couldn't stop. So I'd finish my workout, and then I would just keep playing the game, because what's the next thing you're going to unlock? What's the next wave of enemies? What's the next stage going to look like? The next character you unlock?
I haven't tried that one yet.
It's very addictive. Dude. It's so
I love Vampire Survivor, so I'm going to try it.
It's so good. I played it originally on Steam, but now I have it on Android. I will buy
the Android port came not that long after too, which is again, I love to see that. I want to see more of that. Let's keep doing that, And
now they have a new DLC content that's out, and I got to play that still, but I think it's only $5 in the Play Store. Most of these games we're talking about are pretty cheap, by the way, everybody. So these are, around $5, maybe $10, but totally worth it. Number 1 on my list, though, is going to be one that is a longtime favorite. You've seen it in most of my videos where I cover Android or telescopic controllers, and this one should come as no surprise that it is Grim Valor, a platforming perfection come to Android. One of the earlier Android platformers that had the full-on, Castlevania-like experience to it, Metroidvania, whatever you want to say. It is so good. awesome content, very high quality, basically a very high quality indie, maybe even you could say AAA game brought to phones and your retro handhelds. So I highly recommend Grim Valor. I think that one's a free one to play if you have Google Play or
Play Pass.
Google Play Pass.
Play Pass, yeah.
A few of these might be
a lot. There's actually a lot of really
Evo.
good games on Play Pass.
Evoland and Grim Valor are both Play Pass games. I know that.
Yeah.
So
And Evoland, I think, is like 99 cents or something like that. Like even if you wanted just to buy it separately, it's dirt cheap.
So Rob, let me hear. I know we've heard a few of yours, but what's your list?
So it's really no order, but I mean, just one that you mentioned already was Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I mean, again, kind of similar reasons. You know, it's a very high quality game. It goes back to the Prince of Persia roots, the side scrolling stuff, but mixes in that Metroidvania elements. So it's just a great game. I mean, visually, you know, the actual mechanics themselves are great. It's well worth it. It's a full premium experience on Android, and you just love to see that. That's what you want more of, you know. For my next game, instead of Horizon Chase, I actually wanted to feature Hot Lap League, which is kind of like this Trackmania inspired game. And I don't know if it's on any other platform outside of Android. I don't remember, but it's just, again, it's a fun game. It works well with like built-in controllers, you know, so obviously got all the handhelds and stuff. Amazing visuals, cool music, just slick style. And again, if you like the time trial kind of style of things like Trackmania, this is definitely your kind of game. I mean, you're just going to want to keep repeating it and going over. It's very addictive. And I love that gameplay loop. Yeah, that's like one of my favorite gameplay loops. So yeah, Hot Lap League is another one that I don't think a lot of people think about. And it's awesome. It's a great game. Yeah. My next one, Balatro. I think like...
I forgot.
I mean, Balatro on Android or just on mobile, to me, it's like you might as well say goodbye to all your productivity, because having access to this game that easily and that readily available, I mean, it's just dangerous. I don't even think I need to speak about Balatro. I mean, I think we know what it's all about. You know, it's this kind of crazy poker roguelike, you know, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just amazing though. And it's one of those experiences that you should absolutely have on your device, whether it's a handheld, a phone, it doesn't matter. You need to play Balatro. You need to have it on there no matter what. Like, it's just great.
Yeah, I agree. It's an unfortunate time sink, but it is just so well done and such a creative game. And I think that one's might be a little pricier. I feel like it's 10 or 15, but worth it.
I think it's 10. I believe it's 10. I can't remember.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I think it is 10. Yeah.
Yeah. It's well worth it. It's worth every penny. I mean, it's just so much fun. It's a great game. And I think it has controller support as well. Like if you're on the handheld device as well.
I think it does have controller.
Yeah.
I was playing it on the RG Slide yesterday. And
so it's a good port. Yeah.
Is very nice. That screen is great for Balatro.
Yeah. It's a very good port. I mean, again, just want to support these kind of developers and kind of see more of this stuff. I mean, I think Play Store is great for like indie games. Like it's just the perfect platform for this kind of stuff. And so I'm happy that we're seeing a lot more of this on there. It's great to see, you know, and kind of like picking up off that, I would say Halls of Torment is another one that, you know, Stubbs mentioned as well. And it's just, again, I started playing it on Steam, and then it just came out not too long after on Android. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm at home now. I could play use any of my handheld devices and play this game. I'm like, that's it. There goes all my productivity. And it's just, it's a great game. It's a vampire survivors type game with that Diablo aesthetic. But in some ways, I might actually like Halls of Torment more. I think it's just something's about it a little more compelling to me. I don't know what it is about the gameplay loop, but I just Halls of Torment is good stuff.
Same.
And I think it's $5. We said it was $5 on.
I think it's $5.
Yeah, it's well worth it as well. And then my last choice will be Dead Cells, and I think
classic.
You know, it's like one of the oldest ports, I would say, on the Play Store.
Well,
and
it's with Play Pass too. I think that comes with Play Pass.
It does, yes. And again, it doesn't get the updates like day and date with what it does on Steam, but they do update it. They does get all the download content eventually. It's just a really well supported version of the game. And it had built-in controller support. It scaled well, like onto many different devices, and it kind of became like the standard game to showcase like what a premium game could look like on the Play Store. And it's been around for years now, and it's just hard to it's hard to not recommend Dead Cells. I think everybody should own that game if you're an Android gamer. You know, it's top of the list. It's a great game. You know,
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard game too. Like that one's
It is.
I love that game. Oh,
I beat it on the Odin 2 Pro.
that's awesome. I beat it on a retro handheld device too. I can't remember which one though, but I'm like, yeah, I mean, again, it's just one of those kind of games where being able to play it on a retro handheld device, especially when you had no way to access that game any other way, it was just awesome to have it on the Play Store. I'm like, heck yeah, let's go.
Russ is who turned me on to that one originally as well. That's just what I saw in his videos, and I'm like,
it's kind of like Horizon Chase. It's like kind of like one of the older kind of ports that were really good on the Play Store, and we're like, hey, we need more of this kind of stuff.
Well, it's just with the advancement of Android phones and Android, handhelds, like they're getting so powerful now that they can really port big games. Like I remember when they ported Ark, Dinosaur Hunters Evolved or whatever, to Android. Like, what in the world? Because that thing barely runs on my PC,
right?
Yeah.
Well, like a more recent port is Grid Legends. So there was Grid Autosport, but now Grid Legends got a port, and I'm like, again, like console quality racing game on the Play Store. I mean,
and there's actually one on my list that is a console port, and it's hard to run on PC. And I mean, PC list? Port.
Yeah,
I know. I have a feeling. Hold on. Can I guess? Can I guess it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alien Isolation.
No, but that's a really good one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Okay.
Wife's favorite game right
now. Now I'm really curious. Now I want to know.
Okay. So best for last. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, firstly, I want to say why I came up with the tag your idea.
Yeah, what is this idea?
So I thought it would be a really cool way to inspire collaboration between creators, and also to spotlight like smaller creators.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be really cool for like just to have different ideas going between. So this is just one time of this idea, but I already have a whole nother I'm going to call them seasons or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Of ideas of different ones to do. So the next one that I want to do is going to be top 3 handhelds you cannot live without.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
I like
that's going to be the next one. Yeah.
I know
that's tough for us.
That is really tough.
We have a lot of handhelds, right?
And so this is not limited to this one video. This is a community collaboration where we're saying tag your it, and then we pick somebody to go next, right? And then that person does a thing. They tag the next creator, who tags the next creator, and then it loops back around to you, right?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Yep. Yeah, or Tech Dweebs, I guess, is that maybe somewhere in there.
Tech Dweeb is he's gonna close out this season.
Nice.
So Tech Dweeb's really awesome. Sorry. Yeah, spoiler alert. But really awesome. I don't really want to let the cat out the bag much more than that.
Yep.
So my list, I guess I'm not in a particular order. I do have a number 1 though.
Okay.
So I'll start off with what was the PC port. And that's Delta Force.
Okay, that's a new one. That's a fairly new one. Yeah.
Well, because we lost Warzone. Warzone was on my list, and now it's freaking gone.
I was going to say like my list because of that.
Yeah. What in the world, dude?
Oh man, dude, I
was going to say for like a free to play experience, Warzone is up there for mine too. I'm like,
on console, I don't have a reason to play it. There's so many other shooters I can play now.
Yeah.
On Android, it was the best.
It was the best, bro. I was so happy. I was so excited. I was like literally waiting for a handheld like the Evo with full-size joysticks where I could really enjoy Warzone on an Android handheld.
It was beautiful.
It was one of my favorite games to just like hop into and do like a few matches. It was just so satisfying, and I would
every time
like be MVP at the end of the match. I'm like, heck yeah.
And COD Mobile I thought was good, but it doesn't hold a candle.
I like Warzone much more. Yeah.
I did too. And then too, they had the inclusion of like where they have on rotation different like team deathmatch or headquarters.
That's the one I used to do. The mosh pit. Mosh pit was my shit.
Yeah, the mosh pit.
That. Yes, I love that.
It was awesome. And then your progress carried on toward your battle pass on PC or console. It was all like cross save. Yep. It was so cool. I'm so bummed out about that, honestly. Like I really am bummed out about
I was shocked. Well,
me too.
And so Delta Force maybe is filling the niche. Is that
yeah, and that's my thing. So Delta Force has been filling that gap for me. It's not it's not a battle royale.
Right.
Okay.
Which I actually much prefer.
Yeah, me too. It's more along the lines, I guess, of a Battlefield type game, which I like. I like those big Battlefield conquest, big maps, 32 on 32. And so it's more along those lines. They also have an extraction mode, which is kind of like an Escape from Tarkov.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's really good. It's free. It just came to Android. It was like number one for its first couple days of release, and really good. I mean, I will say though, firsthand, for those who go out and look for it, is that it doesn't have native controller support yet.
No, so you got to do the touch mapping. See, that's why I never play COD Mobile. I like COD Mobile.
COD Mobile is such a pain in the butt.
Unless you have an Xbox native situation, it's a pain. And so, yeah. But dude, okay, so we do have Delta Force, and hopefully we do get controller support. And I gotta say, man, this is gonna be a tease, but Call of Duty Warzone, at least on my phone, is still installed and it's loading.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So they said for those of us who have it downloaded already, like we could continue playing, I think, till October or something like that, but they're not going to do any more updates. And people who haven't downloaded it before can't update it.
Well, the nice thing is you could totally just sideload it too. So if you didn't have it downloaded to your phone or device, just sideload it.
This might be the update to cancel my ability to play the game, so I shouldn't have a hit update. But it did
no, you could still play.
You still play the game, yeah. You can still play the game. So you were saying October, so yeah.
Yeah.
The thing I'm curious about is if there's enough community support where they may change their mind about it. I'm hoping. I
was gonna say, like, I would totally be cool with them changing their mind.
Yes,
like,
please.
I seriously,
dude. Activision gave us Pitfall, and Activision gave us Tony Hawk, and they gave us Warzone. Please, Activision,
come on,
please, David, please.
Come on, Microsoft, come on.
Okay, so Delta Force is getting there.
So I will touch on Delta Force one more time briefly. The day that it launched on Android, they actually brought controller support into the PC version. Being that they did that gave me an assumption that, okay, they're going to want to iron it out here, and then we'll get that shortly. So hopefully I'm right.
Hey, look, if Genshin can get native controller support on Android all these years later, I'm hopeful it can happen, you know?
Yeah. So, and actually, thank you for saying Genshin. That segues me into not Genshin, but Wuthering Waves.
Yeah.
Good choice.
That's a huge game.
Really enjoy it. It's a huge open world action game, and there's a lot of content. It is a gacha, so guys, don't blow your wallet in there. It's too easy.
You know what's funny is I'm pretty good about the gacha games. I never usually spend the money on this stuff, and I just enjoy what they give me as the free experience.
Yeah. And I get kind of lucky. Like this last time, I got the new character first roll with my little free coins that they give you for logging in. And I was like, heck yeah. So that was cool. Yeah. Wuthering Waves, I think is really cool. It's very similar to Genshin for those of y'all who haven't played Wuthering Waves. It's very similar, but it's better to me, in my opinion. So
they are similar, but I agree with you there.
Yeah. So moving on from there, you guys were talking about Horizon Chase and how you guys like it, especially for showing content and how vibrant it is and everything. A game that I've recently started using in my videos that I find to be super vibrant and especially good on AMOLEDs is Fall Guys.
You know, it's funny. I've actually featured that game a couple times in my reviews. Fall Guys is great.
He's got it
there. Fall Guys is a good choice. I feel like a lot of people don't know it's available on Android. That's the thing. Yeah.
And it's a really cool party game, right? Like,
my
you
kids
can
love
either just play it on your own and just waste a little time if you have some time to waste, Or if you have some friends or your kids and some other devices and you guys want to just go at it on those obstacle courses and see who makes it to the end, it's pretty fun, man. I had some good laughs in that game, and it's beautiful. Like the colors, especially on like these newer devices coming out with these beautiful OLEDs, like the new Retroids and like the Odins. Man, gorgeous games. Yep. So I guess number 2 would be Terraria. I really
nice.
Okay, yeah,
that's cool. I like it.
Yeah, that's a good choice too.
Yeah,
it's kind of one of those older ones too that have been on Android forever. Yeah,
and it's like 2D Minecraft almost.
It is like a 2D Minecraft. You get to dig and go underground, and there's all kind of enemies. You get to build, you get to craft, you get new weapons, new armor. Very fun, huge game, lot of content, lots and lots of content. And for a while, they weren't keeping it up to date with like the PC and the console versions of it. But lately, they've been on it. They've been updating it, and super fun game. Yep. And then my number one is not on the Google Play Store.
Epic? Is it on Epic?
It's not on Epic.
Oh, side load?
So it is a side load.
Has it been delisted?
I don't know if it's ever even been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a port? Is it Cuphead?
No.
Let me guess. Is it Hollow Knight?
Nope.
Okay.
Is it the Tap store?
No.
Is it?
I want to see if you get it. I'm genuinely curious.
All right. Is it?
It's a side load.
Super Mario 64 port. I don't know.
No, that's a good one though, man.
AM2R.
No, very good one too. Very good one. Yeah.
Open Microwave, the Morrowind port.
Open Microwave. No, that's not it.
The Half-Life port.
Nope.
It's amazing just how much stuff there actually is on Android.
Shovel Knight.
Nope. No Shovel Knight. No.
I give up.
It's literally my favorite Android game. Like, man, I probably spent way too much time in this game. Poke MMO.
Really? Poke MMO?
Yeah.
That's not on the. You're right.
No,
it's not on the.
No,
it's just a side load.
You have to side load it, and then you have to load the acquired ROMs into it for it to have all the assets.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
So Nintendo doesn't come after them.
So Nintendo doesn't come after.
You know who turned me on to Poke MMO? Where I always find it is on Retroid devices. They have it pre-installed as an option.
They do. Yeah.
They started doing that. Yeah. Yes. I've been playing it much longer than that. Yeah. Well, I've been playing it for years.
What's the deal with that? Like, you're loading in a regular Pokemon ROM and it creates an MMO.
So you're actually loading in 5 Pokemon ROMs.
What?
Yeah. From Pokemon Emerald all the way up to Pokemon Black. What? And so it has 5 different generations of Pokemon. It has a ton of Pokemon. They have Generation 8 movesets, so they're more balanced. And it has, so much content. It's so much content. And you could play it together with others. So, like, we could get together in a party and we could run through the whole thing together. Or we could just meet up somewhere and just battle each other. Or we could trade Pokemon. Or it's great, dude. And the community is awesome. They have the chat is always going. Yeah.
You just play with whoever?
Oh, dude, you see so many strangers. Like dozens and dozens of people just walking around chasing after their Pokemon.
So wait a minute. Who's hosting the servers, or is it all ad hoc? Like, how's this infrastructure working? Like, how do you not have lag and latency issues? And can you still play like single player by yourself and not worry about anybody else?
I mean, I don't know if you can play single player. I think it's all online.
Okay.
I think it's all online.
Well, sure, but I mean, can you go online and then not hook up with anyone else?
I think you can. I don't know if you could like remove the people from like your I guess your instance.
Sure.
But you could remove seeing them. like if you don't want to see them, you could go into the settings and turn it down to you don't see other players.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Or you could turn it up to, like, it gives you options. You want to see 10 players only on your screen, 20, 30, 50, 100. Like,
Wow.
you know,
So it's that popular. There's people.
yeah.
Oh, it's huge.
Super
Yeah,
popular.
it's huge.
Really?
And they have all kind of like texture packs for it, and you can beautify the game and make it absolutely gorgeous.
I have it on so many handhelds, and I've opened it, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta like do some configuration here. I'll come back to it later, and then there's never a later.
So Jedi and a couple of the other guys, they're always laughing because as soon as I get a handheld, they'll say like, first game 2Loud's trying is Pokey MMO.
Pokey
like, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be the most powerful handheld. Like,
I know.
I know. You're getting the Ioneo 3? You putting Pokey MMO on there? Like, yep. First thing I'm trying, bro. Like,
that's, I mean, and we all have our game that we play first. Like, Twisted Metal 2 oftentimes is mine.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've been a diehard Pokemon fan I've been playing it since the day it came out.
That's fair.
God, me too.
Yeah.
That's
so
like, I remember being in like at camp and playing Pokemon Blue or Red. I can't remember which version it was, but I'm like,
I never really, I still to this day, honestly, guys, I still to this day don't quite understand Pokemon or why
you have to catch them all. That's all you need to know.
You have to
you gotta catch them all.
You gotta collect the whole series. I guess that's what it is, because the core mechanics beyond collecting for some reason don't hook me for the long term.
It's strategy. The rest of it is all strategy. The battling, learning, what's weak towards what's strong.
I played a lot of Yellow. I did play a lot of Yellow, but I can't say that I am a lifelong like Pokemon fanatic or anything. I appreciate the series. I have the cards. My kids like Pokemon, but I'm still to this day, like years, what was it, 30 years later, I'm still trying to figure out like what is the core reason why people play so much Pokemon. And I guess they're cute. This. And they're cute.
It's very appealing. Cute. Yeah.
But do you guys know some of the lore, the writers on the Niantic team, the Pokemon writers, like the lore they write about these characters behind the scenes? There's that big leak last year where it was like just crazy backstories. I mean, I'm talking just like murder, and I'm talking about crazy like sexy times they're having, like romance that they're having between the Pokemon, and like it's wild. Like these are the developers, and like they have this whole lore and world, and like they breathe this into life, and from that then they build the games, and I guess they just feel alive to people because they're so well.
I can't say I've gone down that rabbit hole.
I know. I don't know.
Stubbs keeps finding himself in these rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Just find them in holes, period.
Onlyholes.com.
Just crevasses. I'm often stuck in crevasses. Yes. There's dust in my handhelds. There's dust.
Gotta
everywhere.
protect those crevasses.
I got merch girls falling off stairs.
Have you been pre-sliding too?
I've been pre-sliding. I've been pre-sliding.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. You gotta pre-slide before you get in bed.
Before you get in bed, you gotta pre-slide. Hey now, you know what? Every once in a while, in the privacy of home, I do stretch my aspect ratios, and I do pre-slide so as to not wake up my wife in bed. Now this is all above board, but the point is, guys, is that these are great lists. Thank you so much for sharing your lists, and also apparently we have to.
All right, thanks for that, whoever you were. But before you go, one more thing, real quick. The people need to know who's next. Who are you going to tag? Who's going to be the next contestant on Tag Your It?
Do the honors.
Hey, dude, I gotta say, the way he says the tag here, it kills me. I've listened to that thing like probably 5 times. It's like, you're it.
So who's gonna be next?
So I feel like it's only right. I've mentioned him so many times. I like to throw so much at him. My boy Digital Jedi. It'd be really cool to tag Digital Jedi.
Called out.
Yeah.
You know what?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I have a handheld around here for him. I gotta make him the retro.
Is it Android?
No.
I'm slightly concerned as to what it might be. Stubbs says
this is.
Oh, it is.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, that's a good one. I like that one.
I told him like 2 days ago, I'm like, I'm going to mail it out today. I'm finally mailing it out. And then I did a live stream with it. And now here I am the next day.
Oh,
Jedi,
my goodness.
By the time you see this episode, you will probably already have this in your hands. So remember when you had this? Remember when you didn't have this? I mean, remember when I had it and I was just licking it and I was like, remember that? Remember when you were so upset about seeing this episode? Well, we're past that. We've healed. We've since bonded since I did the horrible things. And I promise you, I will clean this to the nth degree, and I will mail it carefully in packaging. And Too Loud says that you're too old to enjoy things like this anymore. And I tell him he's wrong, but I don't know.
I mean, that had 6 buttons, so I mean, he'll probably like that one.
I saw a video about this, by the way. It was good.
Yeah, I told him only old people like the 6-button variant. So
for the arcade, for the 80s arcade experience.
Nice.
Yeah, I wish they made that device in black, like the 6-button. I feel like it was only right to make it in black.
You know they're probably going to iterate on this, right? You know that they're going to. It was
like
so
in some ways they should have just made all of them 6 buttons, right? Yeah. Like, why even have 2 different versions in some ways?
So I have a question for you guys, actually, when it comes to the classic. And it's something that I asked about at the end of my video, and I'm really curious. Would you guys like to see other iterations of that device?
Absolutely, yeah.
And if so, like, what would you like to see from that? Like,
yeah, so I mean, I'd like to see them remove the 6 buttons. I think it's just a pointless, stupid thing.
No,
yeah, I don't think there's any point to it. And I actually prefer the classic with 4 buttons, and that's why I'm not keeping this.
No, what it needs is an analog stick right in the middle.
No, these guys are total. Don't listen. Don't listen to these guys. Don't listen to these. No. Listen. Remember when we had this? Wasn't that great? 4 buttons. Why do you need 6 buttons, guys? Come on. Sure, give us a joystick.
N64?
No. You know, I didn't grow up with Sega.
That's why you want that single stick in the middle.
I wasn't in the arcade. I was not in the arcade. I was not on the Sega Saturn, okay?
But that N64, you were on that N64 playing some WCW Revenge. You know you're playing Revenge.
I know I was playing WCW Attitude and Revenge and stuff, but hey, the 6 button, I'm not sure, but I understand and I respect people who do like it, and I want to like it. I really wish I could like it because everyone loves this with 6 buttons, and I want to. I'm broken internally, and there's no fixing me, so I'm very sorry.
I mean, I'm probably worse. I have both versions for
what reason? I don't
exactly
know.
For whatever reason I do. Well, to be fair, I bought the Saturn one, and Retroid sent me the retro one.
So you decided to spend your own money on the 6-button version.
Yeah, I always buy their devices. I always buy like. If they send me one and not, it is what it is. I'm like,
I bought mine. Yeah.
This is Russ's fault. I saw his video and I'm like, crap, I gotta buy that.
The 6-button one's the way to go. I'm sorry.
I mean, to be fair, I've seen some good arguments for the 6-button, like as far as using it for turning your character left or right, especially in like 64, like Mario 64 and stuff. But
Sega. Saturn.
I'm stuck on 4 buttons.
All that matters.
They're so tiny. Look at these little buttons up here. These little buttons, like
it should be perfect for your smaller thumbs.
Here's the thing. Here's the freaking thing: is that my thumbs are short. It's a short thumb, but it's.
Oh, you got the girth. She's got the girth. That's what it is.
It's a girthy digit. It's a girthy digit that I've been blessed with here.
Oh man!
Come on, guys.
So I'm gonna tell you guys what I would like from a variant. So I played everything on this device. First of all, I love the classic. Like I really, really enjoy the classic. I think that
loves you.
Retroid, like man, they killed that $130
for the
segment.
Price. It's like freaking awesome.
Oh man, I think that everything's kind of sleeping. Like, where's their $120, mid-range handheld?
Like, all over the place. I feel like they're just all over the place. I don't understand them at all.
But I'll say what I do want to say is that I played that device on standard performance mode the entire time.
Yeah.
Even while playing Switch emulation or anything.
Yeah, that chip is crazy. That chip's crazy.
Bro, it's underrated. It's really good.
Yeah.
And by using it with no fans on, I could say that why can't they make us a smaller, like Miyu Mini plus sized one without the active cooling? Or
I'm here for that.
If not that, like another variation, same size, but give us some joysticks. Give us some joysticks. Because that will open up how much more stuff we can play having joysticks.
We just need one joystick too. Like just one.
Just right in the center.
One's fine.
And right in the middle.
That's questionable.
I don't know.
Right in the middle. Get yourself that nice chode in the middle.
So
that's
that device. I actually, if you guys don't mind, I did want to see what are you guys doing with this
Switch
thing?
2.
Huh?
Oh yeah. We were going to talk about Switch 2 a little bit.
Where's mine?
So
mine's in the other room.
Switch 2, I finally caved, and I actually bought and returned Cyberpunk. I'm like, that's stupid. Why would I buy this game again? But I'm seeing the technical marvel. I'm seeing the technical marvel. People are pointing out the Fox is like, you got to try, Cyberpunk on this. It's really cool what they did.
You do.
And so I found a used copy on eBay for cheaper, and I said, okay, it's used. I'm okay with that. So I now have it on the way.
So amazingly, all I've played is Mario Kart World, Fast Fusion, and then a little bit of the Welcome Tour. But those other two racing games is all I've been playing. I'm just hooked on those games. Like Mario Kart World, I just keep going back. I'm doing all the knockout tours. I finally 3-starred, Gold Star, running things. So just it's been awesome.
Same here, man. What was it? The Fusion game that Rob turned me on to. It's a lot of fun. Mario Kart World has been fun. And strangely, I've been really enjoying the demo for Toad Treasures.
Yeah, you were saying that you were trying to pick up a copy of that. That game is fantastic, too.
There's a Switch 2 upgrade you can get for that. And I really
It's free, right?
I beat the demo, and it's free.
Awesome.
So but the game's still expensive. It's still $30-$40. $60 new on the Google or on the Nintendo store, and so I'm looking for a cheap copy because my son and I were really enjoying that game.
So for me,
What up for you? Yeah,
I was really on the fence about buying Cyberpunk, and like you, I was just like, "Am I gonna buy this on something else?" Like I have it on PC,
right?
And
you already have
I
it.
played it, and I don't know. I don't really like Cyberpunk. It's not really my thing.
Yeah, same.
So I was like, why would I buy it on here knowing I'm not going to play it? Like, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to look at it like, oh, man, it's running good. Look how cool. And then I'll never turn it on again.
$70. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So what I've been playing...
At least the full game is on a cart. It includes all the download content, updates, everything up to this point.
On one card.
And it is a technical marvel. Like, I mean...
And so out of respect of those factors actually is why.
I mean, if you own a Switch 2, I feel like, yes, you should buy to show the support of this is what we want more of on the Switch 2. You know?
I bought none of
I can see that.
I bought none of the ones that are game keys only. Like, that's so stupid. I bought none of those.
I haven't bought any of those yet.
But how do we know, like, which ones are the ones?
So it says it on the it has it on the bottom. It has it on the bottom. So it has like a little key icon. It'll say game key card. And then other ones will say like full game download, like on something like that. I forgot what the wording is exactly, but there's 3 different versions basically of what you could buy in a box. And one is literally just a code in a box. The other is that key card thing, which I mean, it's not the full game on there, but it does allow you to like have resale. So like you could sell. Yes, you can
See, I didn't know about that either.
Yeah. So the card validates it. That allows you to download the online copy.
So it is resellable.
So it's like
we'll be able to buy them used. And,
yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like kind of like in between both worlds, and then of course the ones that are just full game, which unfortunately there's not a whole lot of that are on the fully on the cartridge, which sucks.
There's like 3 games that are actually fully on the cart as of right now, and again,
it's crazy.
13th, but it's not much. And so I'm really enjoying the Switch 1 games that have the upgrades, the Zeldas and all that. And I do have the online, so I can do GameCube, which is really cool. I was playing Wind Waker last night, and I'm like, this looks great.
Hey, the GameCube looks great on there. Looks
great.
Honestly, it really does. I was like, wow.
What do you guys think about the bezels, though? You can't turn off those dang bezels on the side.
Yeah, I wish they were, if they were going to have the bezels, be a little bit more creative. You guys are Nintendo. Like, come on, give us something here. Nice,
it's like
right?
gray dots, well,
it's also like
TV. Like, let me get rid of those bezels entirely. Let me just see black. Well,
the thing is, like, I know like widescreen hacks are not perfect when we talk about emulation, but like this is Nintendo. Like, you're telling me you guys couldn't do something in the software that will allow us to have the option of actually displaying widescreen in these games. Because remember, like, the worlds are being displayed there. It's just that it was designed to just show only 4:3.
Yeah.
But everything is still being rendered off on the sides. So it's just a matter of having it display that content. So I'm like, come on, a little bit extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will say I've been playing Breath of the Wild. So I got the expansion.
I'll be doing that soon.
Yep. Dude, it's amazing. It's beautiful. I didn't have the DLC my last playthrough, so I got the DLC this time. I'm playing through it. It runs so good. I've been using this a lot in handheld mode, of course. It runs super good. It's super beautiful. Also,
I haven't actually docked my Switch 2 yet.
Dude, Rob, you got to dock. You got to be.
I know. I just haven't yet. It's crazy.
I docked for the first time last night, and it is mind blowing seeing 4K Switch on my TV at 60 hertz.
Native, dude. Like, oh,
dude,
man.
I got the Switch 2 Pro controller, and I love that controller. The haptics, man. Those haptics.
Yeah.
Feels good.
So I docked mine for the first time 2 days ago. Like I said, I got a bunch of kids, right? Like a little army of them. And like
we've all been docking.
So yeah, we've been docking. I've been doing a lot of docking. And, so I actually didn't have Mario Kart because when I picked up 3 Switches, and I didn't have the bundle anymore with Mario Kart. Yeah, I know. I just got the.
Sorry. Why 3? Well, that's
doesn't matter. So
you could get first place in Mario Kart World.
Yeah, 3. I'm being racing myself.
Training your kids.
No, actually, my kids whip my butt in Mario Kart, dude.
Yeah.
Especially my son, my teenager. Oh, dude, he's another level, bro. He's
Mario
drifting
Kart
everywhere.
World is hard. It's a lot harder. I'm like, I'm struggling with the 150s. Damn.
Yeah.
How do you do the wall rides? I can't do I can't.
My son's doing that. The grinding. The
so you gotta boost jump onto the wall or use the what is it? The tanuki, the
raccoon,
thing. Yeah, whatever it is. I forgot what it's called. And you boost
jump.
Yeah, you boost jump onto it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
I've done it a couple of times accidentally, but what I'm trying to learn is to get the mechanic where I jump onto the rails and then jump off the rail onto like the wall. I'm trying to like learn all those crazy tricks that you can do. I'm like, just the mechanics are so different in this game. I'm so used to Mario Kart 8, and I'm trying to rethink some.
It's so good though. It's amazing. So good. Yeah, and I'm not a Mario Kart guy. Like, I'm honestly not. So I wasn't upset when I didn't get the bundle. But then I was talking to Cliff from Game Tech Talks, and he was like, hey, I got an extra bundle because I bought an extra unit just to leave it in my drawer, just in case, something happens. And very smart, which
he's thinking ahead. He's thinking ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
One for the dock, one for like another room's dock, and then one for handheld mode.
No, I got one sitting in the drawer,
and one for naughty stuff.
Waiting for the naughty. Yeah.
One's for kind of pre-sliding or
the pre-slide.
Like the pre-ejecting of the Joy-Cons.
Injecting.
Joy-Cons. I will just sit there like clicking.
Oh, dude, it's
over and over.
It's so good.
The mechanism is so much more improved over the old one.
Rob, have you tried it? Have you tried it with the little adapter for when it's in docked mode? When you pull the Joy-Cons out, put in that little adapter for when you're sitting on the couch.
Oh yeah, you click it in. Yeah,
click it in. Have you tried?
Yeah, because I'll just dock the Switch on my desk, and while I'm doing work or something, I'll just have it here, and it's like this is freaking awesome. The kickstand, everything is so much better too. I mean,
the kickstand's amazing. Little things, bro. Little things go a long way, bro.
It really does. You could tell it's been very much refined compared to the Switch.
So something else, I thought it was really interesting. Like, why? Like, there was this big ordeal about if you got a Switch 1 game and you want to get the Switch 2 enhancements, you're going to pay $10 for the enhancement pack. Right. And then there was the big hoo-ha, people upset, right? Which I was not excited about too. And but why nothing from Nintendo mentioning like, hey, well, guess what? We're giving a bunch of our other first-party games free silent upgrades.
Bunch of games, just handfuls of games that are actually being just upgraded for free.
Dude,
Right.
all the Pokemons got the upgrades and the enhancements. All the Marios, like, dude, why wouldn't y'all say that? Right.
And the crazy thing is, a lot of games are also just getting the performance enhancements just from running them, because like if they're like uncapped frame rate or things like that, it's actually running the games better. So it's like cool. Yeah, it's awesome.
Like WWE 2K18. That's a game you can't play on Switch One.
Yes.
Sucks,
Bayonetta is another one I know that like is uncapped, so it runs now perfect. Like what is it, 60 frames per second? It runs
the
smooth.
Pokemon Scarlets and Violets ran like crap on Switch One.
Oh, I know.
Like they were horrible. It's so good now.
So good now.
Yep. And so really quick, just going back to the game carts with the data on them, with the Pokemon ZA pre-order coming out, I decided, like, look, if the game comes out on Switch 1 and Switch 2 and they have an enhancement pack for $10, I'm going to buy the Switch 1 variant because I'm getting a cart with data. So I pre-ordered that for Pokemon ZA, and then I'll buy that $10 upgrade, which makes it the same cost as the Switch 2 game, but I have the data on a cart. So that's what I'm doing.
Oh, that's pretty smart. Yeah.
I know, at least right now, I know all Nintendo published games will have like the full game on the cart. It's really the third parties that are just like, nope, we're not doing it.
And they're saying thank you to Nintendo for doing this, apparently, too. Maybe it saves costs or whatever.
It does.
Save costs.
Yes.
It does. Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
It does. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's a thing.
Yeah.
Nintendo, too, with their pricing, though, we were all giving them crap. We were all just really railing on them for a while leading up to launch with all them suing everybody.
I'll still give them crap for that no matter what.
I will still give them crap, too. And the pricing's crazy. And but they didn't address any of the controversy ever. They just ignored it. They ignored it because they knew, well, listen, everyone's yelling, but the next thing we release, the Switch 2, people are going to love it. We know they're going to love it. And guess what? They got the highest sales numbers of any console launch ever for themselves.
3.5 million? Like,
right. And so
4 days.
It teaches them. It teaches them that people can hate them as much as they want and yell as much as they want online, and they're still going to make money hand over fist. Yep. So they're not even more so now not going to listen to backlash. Yeah. So maybe there's
that's
a little
the thing, right? We vote with our dollars, right? We always say this, but it's really. I was going to say,
speaking with our wallets, and I think it's been very well spoken that people really wanted to switch to, at least as of right now.
Well, and we were all giving crap. Even up to launch day, my pre-order, they called me at GameStop and they're like, you know what, come get your pre-order. I'm like, I don't know if I do. I don't know if I should. I don't really feel like it. I remember that. But then it got me. Then I'm like, I gotta go see what that experience is like. I'm gonna go and I. Got it.
You should have taken up the person who was offering it for $99, the unboxing experience. You could have opened up their Switch 2 for $99.
What? Oh, and then you ship it to them?
No, I guess it's like a local thing. It was like on like Facebook Marketplace.
You come watch.
You pay $99 to them to unbox their Switch 2.
So it's like a Switch cuck.
That's a pretty slick pyramid scheme right there. Yeah, and then he packages it back up when you leave, and he gives somebody else the experience.
Yeah. He sets up like the cuck chair in the room. Like you just go sit down, pay your $100, and you just watch.
Yeah.
It's incredible, man. And that's something that I never will pay money for. I feel like there's a business there, but I don't know that Nintendo's ever going to learn the lesson on this pricing stuff, though, because they just went out and bought it anyways. You know what I mean?
They need a spectacular failure like Wii U to once again
to learn something,
to do something different. Yeah.
Well, I'm just like you guys, though. I bought one, and then I went back and I bought another one for Zoo because he really wanted one, and so I should have kept that, but I'm shipping it to him tomorrow. Maybe I'll say it's lost in transit.
You're going to keep yourself 2 Switches?
Actually.
I mean,
no,
if you want to save it for the naughty, it's coming. Believe it's coming. I've seen all kind of stuff with people messing around with the hardware and the software. And
let me tell you, Nintendo hardware attracts that more than any other platform.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Yes, it does. And I have a feeling like we'll see something here probably by the end of the year, probably.
Yeah.
One last thing I wanted to touch on was that Pro 2 controller. Something that, so I was not gonna get this thing. I was like, whatever, $85, Nintendo controller. Sure. I'll get that 8-bit DOE dongle and plug it in, and I could use my Xbox Elite controller.
Same energy here.
And So I got the update for that dongle, and because 8-bit Do's awesome, dude. They updated their stuff quick, made it compatible, and so I did it. But when I used my Elite controller, like it was like I would turn left, and then my character would turn left. Like 2 seconds later, I would turn right, and then my character would turn right. I was like, oh no! And I already had this thing sitting brand new on my desk. I was like, if it worked, I was gonna take it back. I was like, all right, I don't need it
because $85.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what I'll do? I'll use that money to customize my Elite controller and make it the flyest Xbox Elite 2 controller you ever saw. But no, it didn't work out good. So I ended up taking this out the box, and I'm glad I did. I'm so glad I did.
It is
really a really good controller.
Yeah, the feeling on it, the haptics, they unfortunately did just an amazing job on that. I didn't love the Switch 1 Pro controller.
Switch 1 Pro controller was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah.
My favorite feature is probably going to be different than a lot of people's when it comes to this, though. My favorite feature is the fact that I love paddles. Okay,
really, you like the M1, M2?
I love it. I love it. Yeah, especially like first-person shooters or even Pokemon. Right? Like I could take my hand off here and make this my A, and I could still, hit A and keep going through the game with one hand. What I really love that they did is per game profiles. Oh, so you could set them per every game. Like you set it once and you forget it. And now in your next game, you set it, you forget it. You come back to that game, they're set. And super cool, man. Super convenient.
And you get that game chat button or whatever. Which is
get the game. I haven't tried that yet, though.
I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know what they're either.
Well, it opens up our chat where we can have a little party in there, and I guess we could connect the camera to look at each other. And
won't there be like weird people in there? I can't remember when I had a Wii U. When I had a Wii U, like this father and son I was like in my early 20s, and there's father and son playing this tank game, and I was playing it, and I realized I could turn on like my camera or something in the game, or like I think it projected like my face onto the tank. Anyways, I was really inappropriate, and I put my butt cheeks in there, and I
had a feeling butt cheeks were coming somewhere in this, dude.
Like, and I'm the weirdo in this scenario. Like, I scarred probably the family, and like that's horrible of me. And like, what I don't want my son.
That dad was probably pissed at you, bro.
I know they were yelling, and so, but karma's gonna bite me, and my son's gonna be playing on it, or my daughters, and
they're gonna see some butt cheeks.
There's gonna be some butt cheeks. So like, I don't want to turn on the game chat. I want to disable the game chat. I know I deserve it, but I don't want it to happen because now I'm.
You don't want the karma. Yeah.
I'm matured now. I'm a little bit.
So I don't think it's maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it's like everybody in your game joins your same chat. I don't think it's like that. I think it's like we're friends already. I want to invite you to my party. You join my party, and we're here together hanging out, Yeah. At least that's what I think, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
We'll have to see. I did not buy the camera. I have no intention of a webcam in front of my TV. I don't even have, a PS5 webcam or a Wii or anything. I don't a Connect thing. I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't. Whatever, Yeah. So that's good. All right, guys, we are running really long. I know I meant to have these offline episodes be an hour, so thank you everybody for sticking around for this long. I know I'm way past my bedtime, and you probably are yourself. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up on butt cheeks here.
I'm going home to play games. I don't know about you guys, you old guys going to sleep, but I'm gonna go play some games.
I owe it to Zoo to pack up his Switch, and I owe it to Jedi to pack up his Retroid, and then I'm gonna go figure out those wall boosts. Absolutely. I'm going to go try those wall boosts in Mario Kart.
I'm playing Mario Kart, dude. Yeah.
I love Mario Kart. Yeah. It's so good.
It's going to be...
I'm on like a half a can of NOS already. Yeah. So...
Oh, yeah. You're good.
Yep. This was fun. Everybody. Super fun.
This has been
Heck
fun.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, you know what it do. You know what it is here. I want to thank you all so much for watching once again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to stay in the know for all of your favorite retro handhelds. And a special thanks once again to our channel members, our patrons, and our subs for making everything here possible for us. Perks with RH start for as little as $3 a month. Join us in the Discord to chat and play games and chat with 2Loud in our Owl chat, and join us on the next episode of this podcast offline episode is going to be we're going to have Monto Tech on the show end of this month, so later in June, and all sorts of shenanigans, of course, on Mondays. You know what we'll be up to. By the time you see this, I'll probably have this V90 live stream out. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
The V90S. This thing is, I can't wait to talk about it.
I can't wait.
Red. It's real red.
That looks very red to me. Yes.
Real red. Okay. All right.
Hey, you're making me a little upset because I wanted the red. I went a different color, and now I'm regretting it.
I got red and Shem white. I got the Shem white and the red.
Oh, it looks good.
Out is buying the red. All right. Until the next one, everybody. Don't forget to buy some merch, of course. You know you want to go to the rh-go.link/spreadshop to get some sweet RH swag. You know you want to do it. Until the next time, though, this has been Stubbs on behalf of 2LoudTech and Rob the Retro Tech Dad saying, take care of those gosh darn handhelds.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
And each other. Oh, and check out at 2LoudTech on YouTube.
Yes.
Scribble.